Hi friends, it's Miss Ashley. Today we are going to use the cool website Vooks, Vooks, to read and listen to and see a story. Here we go.
The Mitten.
I thought it was pretty good to to listen to, read, and see the story of the mitten because it was cold today and it might even snow a little later. So let's listen.
It was a cold and windy winter morning.
Let me go back. That's a mouse. Do you see the little mouse? He's an animal. He has a tail. He has two little ears, two little front paws, and then two little back paws. And it was a cold morning, just like this morning.
And the little boy hustled up the path, dragging his sled behind him.
Ooh, hustled means trying to go as quickly as he can. And a sled is something people use to slide on the snow and have fun because snow can be slippery, so you got to be careful. But if you're using a sled and being very careful, it could be very fun. So he has his mittens, his hat, his scarf. Miss Ashley has her turtleneck on today. I had mittens on and a hat when I walked into school. So let's see.
He was dressed for snowy adventures. From his knit cap to his warm boots to his two soft mittens.
So he had one knit cap on his head. You can see it's red. He had two warm boots, one, two, and he had two soft mittens. You can see Miss Ashley is gonna circle them. One, two, one, two. Let's see.
Which hung from his sleeves on a piece of string, so he wouldn't lose them. The boy headed to his favorite spot, a stupendous hill perfect for sledding.
Ooh, stupendous. That's a really big word. Stupendous means great. You know, big hill. Because he wants a sled, so he wants to go on top of the hill and sled down. My goodness, he must be cold.
He dashed through the trees, eager for his first long slide across the snow.
See the trees moving?
But as he jumped over the stone wall at the top of the hill, one of his mittens caught on a low branch.
So branches, if you look to the left, they're the little sticks that um, come out of trees. And one of his mittens, because he had one, two for two of his hands, got stuck. And he didn't know. It looks like he doesn't know it's stuck. Oh no. Let's see what happens.
The boy was going so fast he barely felt the small tug of the mitten before the string gave way.
Here it is.
He was out of sight and down the hill before his mitten even hit the snow.
He was far away. He left it behind.
All was quiet.
All was quiet. So he didn't know he lost his mitten. Oh my goodness. Do you think he's going to figure it out? I think so. Let's see. He's probably going to be sad.
Then, tiny, shivering mouse
The mouse
darted
again.
out from the stone wall, saw the cozy mitten, and crept right in.
So the mouse that was cold because he's small, right? Like the mitten, he went inside. And he's probably sleeping or getting nice and warm. Let's see what happens.
Soon, Bunny hopped along.
A bunny. See ya? He's so cute.
The mitten caught his eye, and, being a curious fellow, he jumped in, right next to Mouse.
So we have one mouse and one bunny that went inside the mitten to keep warm. Do you think there's gonna be more? I think more animals are gonna go in there. Let's watch.
Next, Fox wandered by.
Look at
What
the
a
mouse.
snug place this is, she thought when she discovered the mitten,
She liked it.
and crawled inside. Mouse
So now we have 3 animals. 1, 2, 3. We have a mouse, a bunny, and a fox. How are they all fitting in there? Let's see.
and Bunny moved over to make room.
Oh, you have to.
The wind blew through the treetops and swirled down the lane. Lynx padded out of the forest and saw the mitten.
Oh no. Oh no. Do we think this lynx, he's going to try to get in this mitten? How big is this mitten? I thought mittens were small. But it might be big to fit all these animals. Let's keep reading.
What's this? She thought. How charming. And she nuzzled the mitten open and squeezed herself in.
She squeezed herself in.
All the animals cuddled together in a warm ball of fur.
So what do we have? We have the mouse, the bunny, the fox, and the lynx. So we have 1, 2, 3, and 4 animals in this little mitten. We probably have to use our imagination. Seems a little silly.
The wind was still for a moment. Then Wolf came loping up the hill.
No way.
Up the other side trudged Bear.
Wait a minute. Do we think yes or no? Do we think that the bear and the wolf are going to fit in there? Yes or no? If you think they're going to fit in there, thumbs up. If you don't, thumbs down. I don't think they're going to fit in there. So Miss Ashley would either do a thumbs down or someone giving me a thumbs down because they're too big.
You first, said Bear.
My
No,
goodness.
you, said Wolf.
They're polite. Uh-oh.
And they ended up jostling and cramming their way into the mitten together.
Oh my goodness. We have a mouse. We have a bunny. We have a fox. We have a lynx, right? I think this one. We have a wolf and we have a bear. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 things. Oh my goodness.
Now, the mitten's knitting was strong and true, but even so, it was stretched to its limit.
That's what I was saying. It's stretched all the way out. It has 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 big animals in there. They must be squished. Stretched all the way out.
Poor Mouse was at the bottom of the pile.
Oh,
I need more room, he thought, and found a nice soft spot right on Bunny's belly. He wiggled his whiskers happily, which tickled Bunny's tummy.
Oh, so the whiskers, you see the little whiskers on the mouth? These cats have whiskers and other animals have whiskers. And I think even bunnies have whiskers. Yeah. He was tickling Bunny because there was not enough room. So let's see what happens.
Bunny started to giggle and twitch, and his ears tickled Fox's chin.
Uh-oh. So Bunny was laughing. And his ears, because bunnies have long ears, tickled Fox's chin. Let's see what happened.
Fox snickered and shifted her tail, which brushed against Lynx's paws.
So the fox was laughing. So her tail, right, moved and brushed against the lynx's paws. The paws are the hands of the animals, right? So even do this. Ooh, that's tickly. If you tickle your inside of your palms like this, ooh, that's even tickles Miss Ashley.
Lynx chuckled and rolled onto her back, her fluffy tufted ears making Wolf's muzzle twitch.
Uh-oh. So the ears of the lynx went to the nose of the wolf, and he was twitching like this. Must be a little, um, like makes you have to sneeze. Let's see what happens if he sneezes or not.
Wolf howled with laughter.
He just laughed.
And all that wiggling and shifting and giggling made Bear laugh too.
They were laughing. All inside the mitten.
Well, it was too much for the mitten to take. With a giant pop, out tumbled Bear and Wolf and Lynx and Fox and Bunny.
All of them came out.
And off they ran back to their homes, laughing themselves silly the whole way.
They were laughing.
It was the time of year when the sun set early, so it wasn't long before the boy made his way back up the hill. He was just about to step over the stone wall when a flash of red in the snow caught his eye.
It was the red. So we know he has a red hat and one red mitten. What do we think the red on the left is? What do you think? He's coming back up the hill. I think so too. I think it was the other mitten, but let's check it out.
My mitten, he said, and picked it up. It was bigger than he remembered. Puzzled, he turned it over in his hands. Deep inside the mitten, something was moving.
So it was bigger. Why was it bigger? Do we remember? Why did the mitten, look how big it got. One mitten was small, the other mitten was big. Do we remember why? That's right, because all the animals went inside because it was nice and warm. But then he said he saw something moving on the bottom. Let's see what we think it is.
Suddenly, a wee head with velvety ears and quivering whiskers peeked out over the cuff. It was Mouse.
It was a little mouse.
Oh, cried the boy. Hello, little fellow. Have you found yourself a new home in my mitten? Mouse groomed his whiskers contentedly
Like this.
and crawled back down into his cozy new nest.
See, all the animals flew out, but the mouse, the first little animal that went in there, stayed in, and now he's nice and he's sleeping and doing nice on the bottom. So let's see what's gonna happen.
I will take you home then, the boy said, and you may live in my mitten as long as you'd like, and be my friend.
How nice a little boy is saying that the little mouse can live in the mitten with him and they can be friends. So nice.
The boy put on his mitten, cupped his hand gently around Mouse, and, dragging his sled behind him, headed to his own warm home across the snow.
The end. Bye, friends.